get any texts? Well, apparently YouTube messed up saying that we were live when we were not. We apologize for that. Under 60 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 42-20. South Haven leading the Webb School, and in range to score here as Vincent gets tripped up. So we've been trying to follow the Christian community scores, and YouTube said that we were live, but apparently just had a little bit messed up. That explains why we lost all our viewers there, Trent. Yeah. But the clock winding down with 43 seconds left in the third quarter, and South Haven looking to get their first victory, or looking to get their first victory in an MTAC playoff, and looking to get their first MTAC championship berth in franchise history, because they've only been in the MTAC. This is their second year.
Yeah, and Xavier just ran it up the middle on 4th down and 3, and a huge stop by the defense there. Great opportunity for this offense here to drive down and make this a 2-touchdown game going into the fourth quarter.
So here's a rush on the right side by Webb. It was number 6 of the feet. Shamar Frey taking the rush. The clock winds down. A lot of the Webb fans telling them to rush the play and try and continue, but Webb taking their time as Shamar Frey is hobbling on the sideline. Looks like he's injured, and the medical staff will look at him. Hopefully Shamar Frey is not too injured.
Frey appears to be in a large bit of discomfort right now. Whatever this team goes through, the consolation or the championship, they're really going to need him to win that game.
Incomplete pass intended for Jake Wright, and that's the end of the third quarter, 42-20. The Patriots lead over the Feet in this MTAC semi. (42-20) the score at the start of the fourth quarter. The Patriots leading by 22 over the Webb School Feet. South Haven looking for their first championship berth in MTAC in only their second year of being in the conference. Here's Kilpatrick, brought down for a sack. That's 55, Nate Green, the senior, at 6'3", 274 pounds, bringing down Kilpatrick. It's a timeout now called by the Webb School with 11:39 left to go in the fourth. For those of you who are watching our stream and the Christian Community FCA game, be sure to comment score updates for us on that game, because James is not texting us scoring updates, unfortunately. He's, I believe, his phone being used as the broadcast camera there, so be sure to text us scoring updates from SHCS as you get them. Kilpatrick across the middle. It's completed. Shamar Frey with the reception. Almost picked off by Xavier Vincent, but Shamar Frey, the sophomore, gets the better of the senior.
You know, Shamar Frey is a sophomore, but he's really stepping up here. He went out of the game in a large bit of discomfort, coming out here and doing his thing the very next drive. I respect him for that.
Here's a flag thrown. It's going to be on the defense for offsides. It's an offsides call on the defense. That'll move it up to 1st and 5.
You know, this has been a game largely dominated by South Haven, but if there was a touchdown on this, Spencer, we got a game on our hands.
We definitely do, because it's only a 22-point deficit, but even at 6 points would make it a 16-point game, which is still in the feasible chance of the Webb School. And again, we've seen them make big comebacks throughout the entire season.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns is nothing to the Webb feat. They've come back from that a couple times this season, proving that they are a fourth-quarter team indeed.
Here's Kilpatrick, toss on the right side, pushed Shamar Frey, being pushed by Vincent, staying on his feet. Vincent chasing him after missing that tackle, but Frey down to the 48-yard line for a big first down.
And we've received a score update from the Christian Community FCA game, and it is 14-6 CCA at half. Great defensive game going on over there. If you want to watch that, James and Trent have the call
over there. Yeah, James and Trent have the call up from White House. A timeout called on the field, I believe, by South Haven with 10:46 left to go in the 4th quarter. So it's 14-6. Christian Community leads FCA, I believe, in the 2nd quarter, maybe at halftime. It's halftime, 14-6. So Christian Community keeping dominance a little bit, but FCA still keeping it a good ball game. Their defense is really showing there. Timeout on the field. First and 10 for Webb after the timeout. Their ball is on the 47-yard line of the Patriots. Ball snapped. Kilpatrick on the right side. Incomplete. Good coverage by Isaac Wallace, intended for number 12 of Webb, Niall Archer. That's an incomplete pass, 2nd down.
Well, their passing game was a little bit scared in the first half. They were afraid to step into those throws, afraid to make those catches, and because of what would happen afterwards. Second half, they came out with a completely different energy. They are ready to catch these balls. They're ready to pass these balls. Passes look great. The defense also looks great, but I love the energy from the Webb feet here.
Yeah, and the Webb feet trying to keep it a decent ball game on their offensive drive here. 2nd and 10. Kilpatrick, quick toss on the right side. Shamar Frey making a big catch, staying on his feet, and loses the ball. South Haven recovers it. It's a recovery by 61, Aaron Ref, recovering it. Shamar Frey unable to keep possession of the ball. South Haven turns it over.
Well, South Haven catches a break there. I mean, momentum is on the Webb feet side right then.
So South Haven looking for a touchdown to potentially put this game away. One could argue that this game is put away with a 22-point lead, but with the way Webb has been playing, it's not fully over yet until South Haven possibly gets another touchdown.
Well, the defense is going to need a stand here. I mean, it is pretty well known that if there is a touchdown here, the game is put away. There's just no way that they're going to be able to come back from this.
Xavier Vincent up the middle, getting a gain of about 5 yards. It's now 2nd down and 5. So it looks like some of the Webb players talking to Shamar Frey on the sideline, trying to keep him on his feet and keep him in the game. Trying to keep him focused. It's 2nd down and 5. 2 men in the backfield, excuse me, in the shotgun with Rojo. It's Wallace on his feet. Wallace running on the right side. Isaac Wallace staying on his feet, spinning out of tackle. Isaac Wallace still on his feet for the 1st down and more. Isaac Wallace with great maneuvering, spotted it at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10,
looks like
South
we had
Haven.
A late hit there. Flag was thrown after the play.
Yeah, looks like it near towards the South Haven sideline. It looks like it was a late hit. We'll see who the official calls it on. So we'll see what the official calls here. Is likely a late hit called on Webb. We're not sure. See what the official signals here. It's a horse collar on the defense, so that'll move it up. It'll still be a 1st down. It's moved up from the end of the run. Still a 1st down for South Haven. It's a 15-yard penalty to the 33-yard line with 9.5 left to go in regulation.
Tough break there for the defense, but that's a fundamental right there. You got to get low to avoid that.
Ball snapped, handed off. Here's spinning out 21 of the Patriots. Frankie Gagliano gets a gain of about 5 yards on the play. Clock still running. 2nd down and 5.
Looks like they get a 3-headed monster there at running back. I mean, every running back able to push their own weight at any point in the game.
As Xavier Vincent and the rest of the seniors on the South Haven Patriots squad trying to lead their team to a championship and very much in control of this game and can solidify their control and their playoff, their championship berth with one more touchdown potentially. As Wallace, trying to weave through the defense, is brought down in the backfield for a loss of 2. 3rd down and 7. (42-20) with just over 8 minutes left to go in regulation as the Patriots lead on 3rd and 7. Two men in the backfield with Rojo. It's Kobe Rojo, hands it off. Vincent going up the middle. It's a gain of about a few yards on the play. So it's now 4th down and looks like 4. So 4th down and 4 for the Patriots. And the clock's still running. That's their strategy that's been there, is just to rush the ball and get the clock run down to give less and less hope to the Webb School feet.
Yeah, and if you're on the feet, your goal here is getting this stop. I mean, you can't let this drive continue. It's been run after run after run. The clock has been ticking. It's gone about 4 minutes down during this drive. If you want to have any chance at winning this game, you have to make a stop here.
Here's a pitch to Vincent. Instantly anticipated flea flicker and toss, and Wallace trying to catch it. It's intercepted. That's the only interception on the season for Xavier Vincent, and the Webb School gets the pick.
Big play to read that. I mean, you never see that defended at the high school level. Great job of the defender staying there, recognizing that he was dropping back. A great pick by the defender.
I'm pretty sure that Xavier Vincent has not passed on any other play in this season. He may have had maybe 1 or 2 other flea flickers, but that certainly should be his only interception of the season.
Yeah, and looking back, that's really going to tank his QBR.
Yeah, his quarterback rating is probably in the negatives, if that can be a thing. It's 1st and 10 for Webb in crunch time. Here's a rush up the middle. Stop for forward progress. There's a rush by number 7. It's Nathan King on the rush. So Webb continues to wind the clock down. 7 minutes left. They're down by 22. 2nd and 8. The fans of South Haven cheering 7 minutes red. Let's go. At least some fans over on the sideline. I believe may have been Coach Zimmerman who said that. course, still counts as a South Haven fan, is Kilpatrick quick on the right side to Shamar Frey, holding onto the ball, gets a gain of several yards on the play. It looks like we have a Patriot down, clinching his ankle, and he's back up. It looks like he was a little bit shooken up on the play as it's 3rd down and 6. Just over 6 minutes left as the Patriots lead by 22. Kilpatrick, toss on the right side. Incomplete. Looks like it could have been a catch made by Jake Wright. Just a little bit overthrown for him. As it's now 4th down and 6.
Terrible place for them to have to go for it, but they really do have to go for it at this point. This is their game right here. They have to come up with this first.
We've seen some big, incredible first downs made by both the Patriots and the Feet. We've seen them all performing that way throughout the entirety of this game. So here's a toss on the left side by Webb. It's caught! 12 of the Feet. Niall Archer making the reception, and it's a 1st down and 10 for the Webb School, trying to keep their championship hopes alive.
And you can't ever count out the Webb Feet. We've learned that from plenty of games this year. You can never count them out. They're showing it again tonight. Even if they don't win this one, they're going to fight tooth and nail to the last whistle.
And here's a rush on the right side. Quick play, actually, there. We kind of missed it a little bit. Jake Wright, the reception on the right. The clock's still winding down with 5.5 minutes left to go in regulation. Here's the referee trying to get out of the way. Webb is trying to continue to go down the field as Kilpatrick quickly across the middle. Incomplete pass intended for Niall Archer. And the score, of course, right now, oh, it is just past 8:20, 42-20 with 5:21 left to go in the 4th quarter regulation. South Haven leads over the Webb School. We'd like to thank James Shannon for asking us of the score when he hasn't given us any scoring updates. I'd like to thank James Shannon for that one. Here's time called on the field. I believe the officials respotting the ball here. The officials spotting the ball here. 3rd down. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to mute the mic just temporarily. We will be there in we will be back with audio after this drive. Actually, we'll go ahead and cover this. A rush on the right side, 1st down and more for Webb, out of bounds. That's a run by number 7, Nathan King. All right, and we will be right back. We'll be back with audio in just a moment. All right, we're back. The audio may sound a lot different because we're not using the handheld mic. Timeout called by South Haven. 4:39 left to go in regulation. It's a 42-20 lead. The Patriots lead by 22 over the Webb School, and it's crunch time for Feldbergy and the Feet. Touchdown, Webb. The touchdown for Webb. 23. Jake Wright. Saying in sync with the PA announcer, but Jake Wright on the score.
I mean, he was wide open. We've been talking about how great the South Haven corners have been playing this game, but, I mean, what a defensive lapse there. He was wide open.
So a field goal attempt here for the feet. Of course, you can't take any risks, and it's through the uprights perfect. 42-27 the score with 4 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in regulation. South Haven leading. Let me see if I can do the quick math in my head. 3-10, leading by 15. All right, so Webb likely to try an onside kick here, and they will. The Patriots do fall on it. It's fallen on by 55, Nate Green. So it is going to be a very defensive stop here to see if Webb's it's very important to see if Webb's defense can stop the South Haven offense, because if there is another touchdown by South Haven, this game may very well be.
Yeah, how many timeouts does the Webb school have now?
They don't have it indicated on the scoreboard, so I'm not actually sure, but I believe they have maybe 2 timeouts left on them, so they could make some stoppages here, but it's hard to see them potentially coming back. But hey, miracles can happen as Rojo hands it off. Here's Wallace. Good blocking by his offensive line. Wallace weaving through, getting a gain of 8 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 2. Second down and 2. Under 4 minutes left to go in regulation. South Haven leads 42-27. Rojo in the shotgun.
Expect nothing less than this ball going to Xavier right here.
Here's Rojo, hands it off. Wallace again. Looks like he will get the first down, avoiding a tackle. Flags are thrown, and Rojo out of bounds at the 42-yard line, but there are 2 flags thrown down, maybe the same one indicated. So we'll see what the official says here.
He's had a great game. He's really be able to create some great misdirection in the backfield with him and Xavier back there. It's really opened up a lot for their offense.
So block in the back called on the offense, so they'll bring this ball back and repeat 2nd down. So
huge bailout for the Webb school.
Yes, huge bailout for Webb indeed. So it's now 2nd down and 13. 3 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in regulation, as Webb trying to make a defensive stop and keep their playoff hopes alive. South Haven trying to get the defense to jump off sides. It won't work there as Wallace is tackled from behind. That's number 4 of Webb, Harold Vaughn, with the tackle. 3rd down and long. Third down and long for South Haven.
Expect South Haven to run it up the middle here just so they can keep the clock running. They trust their defense enough to get these stops. Yeah,
just under 3 minutes left to go in regulation. See, and they will run a Kobe Rojo with the stiff arm, but there's a flag thrown, likely a face mask. As Rojo gets tripped up in the backfield, it'll be 4th down. Looks like, I believe Feldbrugge will decline the face mask. So that'll make it 4th down, and South Haven will have to punt it away. Now, South Haven can pull something out of their sleeve, but you don't want to take that risk.
Oh no, they need to punt this ball away. They need to get it as far from the touchdown line as possible, because this offense is rolling. They need to back them up as far as possible.
We luckily have not seen any rain yet so far. It's 2:39 left to go in the game. They said it would be here for the 4th quarter. But we're fortunately not seeing any rain here tonight.
Yeah, we only got the cold front, not the rain.
Just the cold front here. As one man in the commentator's box has a hoodie. I bet you can guess who it is. As a timeout is called by Webb with 2:39 left to go in regulation. South Haven trying to finish it up here and get to the championship. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know the situation, the Patriots are going to punt it away here, and we will be moving down to the field really quickly as the ball goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So don't be alarmed if the broadcast goes black and muted. We will be back in just a few moments. All right, we're down on the field, ladies and gentlemen. Webb trying their last drive here as the flag is thrown. And just to let you know as well, we will be plugging in the handheld mic to give you better audio quality. Once the game hits triple zeros, we'll do that for the post-game interview. As Webb is in crunch time, trying to do quick, hurry-up offenses and get some touchdowns here to keep their playoff hopes alive. It's a very interesting game that we're seeing here in Bell Buckle to Isaiah.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have just shown me the first quarter and asked me how this game ended, I would have said 60 to 0 or something. But I mean, Webb has fought to stay in this, completely changed the culture of the game.
Patrick, his pass batted down as it's now 2nd down. The clock stopped with 2:26 left in regulation.
Webb completely changed the culture of this game halfway through. They were only 2 touchdowns behind. They got time. They got a couple timeouts. Let's see what they can do with it.
So 2nd down. 2nd down and 5. Kilpatrick deep on the left side, incomplete. 3rd down, only 5 seconds taken off the clock for that. So at least a good bit of news for the Webb school on that one. Here's 3rd down. 3rd down, tossed on the right side, incomplete, intended for Shamar Frey, and it's headed to 4th down. This is make or break time for the Webb school.
This is essentially the game here for Webb and South Haven. If South Haven gets a stop right here, that's essentially the game.
Yep. South Haven, they both know what's on the line. If South Haven gets a stop, they're championship bound. If Webb gets a touchdown, then they have the chance to tie it up.
And we were talking about earlier what a narrative it would be if South Haven made it to this championship after an 0-9 season. Essentially no chance at any of the games they played in going to the championship just the year after.
Of course, the Patriots had their injury bug last year. Kilpatrick deep on the left side, overthrown, and the Patriots only have to run the clock down. It's a turnover on downs. So we got the handheld mic back in now. 2 minutes and winding down here in Bell Buckle. And I mean, I don't necessarily know if Webb did anything truly wrong here. It's hard to say. You know, there were just really small mistakes that were made. Nothing like huge inexcusable things, but I think it was a lot of small mistakes that led to the Patriots being victorious, or Patriots on their way to victory in this game.
Yeah, and although both teams made quite a bit of mistakes, it wasn't about the Webb school doing something wrong as much as it was about South Haven doing something right, totally proving everyone wrong, that people say their schedule was too soft, that they hadn't played anyone, that they didn't know what real competition was like, and proving that they can hang out with the big dogs, essentially writing their names in the championship spot just by getting a 1st down here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, for South Haven to lose in the national championship in 2015, go 0-8 in their 2016 season, and for them to come back and win every game except against Christian Community, it's a very interesting Cinderella story for the Patriots, at least, to make a playoff berth here. As Vincent running on the left side, Xavier Vincent is brought down. It'll be 3rd down. Looks like it'll be 3rd down and 4. So it looks like the final moments winding down here. 48 seconds left in regulation for this MTAC semi. And being run by Wallace. Wallace up the middle, and that will do it. Isaac Wallace off to the races, and touchdown for the Patriots.
Patriots touchdown.
What a way for Isaac Wallace to put away the feat.
Well, that pretty much sealed the deal right there. There's about no trick up the sleeve of Webb at this point that they can pull out. And win this thing. I mean, great effort by both teams, but one team just came out ready to play tonight.
And we're not sure of any scoring update from Christian Community just yet. We're waiting to hear that from James Shannon and Trent Legate up in White House, and they're having pouring rain up there as well, so they're having a more difficult semi. Maybe not as difficult as down here. I guess it depends if it's cold rain up there or if it's warm rain, but it is a chilly day or chilly night game here. And Christian Community leads 20-12 over FCA in the third quarter, so still a close ball game up there in White House, and FCA trying to fight for their right in the championship as well.
Yeah, that FCA game earlier in the season with CCS, I really don't think reflects the FCA team that we see today. I mean, John Buchanan joining the roster late, if I'm correct, and the injuries to Hayden Weeks had a little bit of an injury. Who else got banged up?
Andrew Schindel did as well.
Yeah. Was it the collarbone, the ribs?
Yeah, his was, I believe, a collarbone thing, or it may have been his ribs were a little bit bruised, and he still went back in the game. He kept clenching his ribs during that game, but kept going through and pushing on.
Yeah, that is their offense right there. Taking out the linemen, the blockers, that was their explosion right there, just taken out of that game. So I really feel like we're seeing FCA at its truest form tonight against CCS.
34 seconds left on the clock. The Patriots will kick the extra point here. Or attempt the extra point here as Kobe Rojo in between. The kick is good. Get a shot at the scoreboard there as it's 49-27 with 34 seconds left to go in regulation.
And getting a bit of deja vu with that score.
Why do you say that with 49-27? Was that the Swanee game or was that another one?
No. The pregame prediction.
Oh, yes, that's right. If they kick a field goal here, it's very close to that. They said it was going to be 52-28. So if they kick a field goal, I'll buy him breadsticks. If they kick a field goal, I'll buy him breadsticks because he was 1 point off or something. I'll probably buy him pizza anyway since he was almost pretty accurate there. That was if he got the score exactly right, and it doesn't look like he will, unfortunately, in this game. Darn Webb missing that extra point in the first touchdown. That would have made it more possible, but of course we'll see how this goes from here. It's now kickoff for the Patriots, likely to just boot it deep. And Webb will just float away. But the feet at Coach Feldberg is saying, move up.
You know, they've come to expect, South Haven could kick an onside kick at any time.
Yeah, but at least at this point you don't want to risk Webb getting a touchdown or anything like that. And here's Shamar Frey. Shamar Frey to the left side, trying to weave through, and he does. Shamar Frey pulled out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Shamar Frey is down on the sideline. Unfortunately, getting a shot there. Shamar Frey down on the sideline, clenching his wrist there. The players will try to play the rest of the game here.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator told me he hurt his ankle at practice this week, so that's something to look for in the last moments of the game, and possibly next week at the consolation game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 22 seconds left on the clock here. We'll see if Webb tries anything. Likely they'll try to get a score to make the deficit less. Although at this point, it's unfortunate to say that Webb will be playing for third place in the consolation next Friday at their home field. They'll at least have home field advantage for the consolation as it's caught incomplete. Looked like it was going to be caught by 32 of Webb. And .11 seconds left on the game clock. So it's coming down to the final moments here of this intense semi that almost as intense as the Christian Community FCA one up in White House. Both of them seem like really good semis to broadcast. A lot of competitive playoffs this weekend. All three of them not complete blowouts at all. Very close games, keeping themselves up close. Play's about to happen, Isaiah. What are you doing?
Just giving our newcomers a shot of the score.
Yeah, that's right. And here's Kilpatrick looking for the pass. Right side. Overthrown, incomplete. 4 seconds left. One more play. We'll see if Webb scores here. So regardless of if South Haven faces Christian Community or Franklin Christian in the championship, those will be very good championships to see, because FCA and South Haven played each other last year, and they have some strife between their teams as well. And Christian Community South Haven, a battle of the number 1 and number 2 seeds in the North. So that'll be intense to see.
Yeah, both of them will be a really good game. Again, South Haven playing CCS earlier this year as run up the middle as time expires. When they played them, I feel like South Haven wasn't at their max anyway.
And that's it. The South Haven Christian School Patriots, for the first time in franchise history, are headed to the MTAC Championship.
CCS 28.
And CCS is leading 28-14 against FCA. If that score holds, it'll be Christian Community and South Haven for the title of MTAC champions. And we'll unzoom out of here. We'll see if we can get a shot, and we'll head onto the field now.
On behalf of the Webb School Athletic Department, we would like to thank you for this evening's attendance. The championship game will be held on Saturday at 2 p.m., and the consolation game will be held again on Saturday at 6.
So the players coming together to shake hands. Good sportsmanship being shown between both the Patriots and the Feet. So they'll mix it up in the middle. We'll see the players mix it up in the middle shortly. So wait for them to mix it up. And there's Michael Crawley. It's a 49 to 27 final score. They'll mix it up here in the middle of the field. We'll try to get both coaches on camera here in just a few moments. So we'll see if we can get both coaches on camera momentarily. So Isaiah Austin and I are going to do a quick analysis here of this game. Get on camera here, Isaiah. So we already get 49-27 the final score. The Patriots fought hard. They knew what was on the line, and now they're going to play the championship on this soil here. Might be against Christian Community, depending on if they hold up against FCA. Might be against FCA if they can make a comeback. But with the way South Haven has played, are they unstoppable going into the championship?
I don't think unstoppable, but definitely really, really hard to defeat. I mean, they proved tonight that they're not going to let up no matter what a team gives them. I won't change my opinion on that unless I see it, because I just haven't seen a team beat them this season except Christian Community.
And whichever team Webb faces in the consolation game, it'll still be, they have bitter rivalries with both teams. With CCS, they played them several times, I believe, in their time in MTAC, as well as FCA. FCA and Webb do have some rivalries between their teams as well. So no matter who Webb plays in the consolation game next Friday, that'll be a good matchup as well.
Yeah, I think this playoffs especially is, there's not a bad game. Consolation, bowl, anything. It's all good games. All going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, and we'll get the coaches on camera in just a few moments. Of course, both of them talking to their guys after an emotional game, of course. And at least for Webb, Coach Feldberger is saying they do have one more game. So we'll get word from Feldberger first and then from Coach Zimmerman. So we'll get this camera moved out of the way, or at least focus on both sides here. You heard the final score, 49-27. There's the Webb School in their post-game huddle. And, of course, the Patriots' tradition there is hanging the flag, the banner, hanging the Patriots flag. So we'll get the coaches' interviews in just a few moments. So Coach Adam Feldberger, the one thing you could say about that game especially, like we just said it, that no matter who you face in the consolation, it's going to be a good game. But at least let's talk about this game first. You guys fought hard. You fought till the very end. What did you tell your guys at halftime trying to go through and push through against the South Haven attack?
All right, first, I want to give credit to them. It's a fantastic team. It's the first time we ever played them. They just did an exceptional job. And really, the message at halftime was we just got to capitalize when they give us opportunities. We had 3 possessions down there, I think, in the red zone, and we just came up empty. And against a very good team, you can't come up empty when you get opportunities like that.
And this is the last scoring update we got from the semi up in White House. Christian Community is leading 28-14, so you may likely face Franklin Christian Academy in the consolation unless they can make a comeback. But regardless of who you face, you have some good competition and some good tension between both of those franchises and such. But going into the consolation, what are you telling your guys going forward?
Well, first we got to try and get healthy. You know, we're still just banged up from a long season, but really we just got to come, and we can't let the fact that, you know, we're not playing in the championship game affect our attitude going forward. You know, we got seniors that have done so much for this program. We got to make sure that we end it on the right note for them on this home field. And you know, you got to have a good attitude about it. And whoever we play, I mean, they're fantastic. No matter who we end up playing, they're both great teams. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. We're going to come. We're going to work hard next week.
All right. Best of luck to you in the consolation, Coach. Thank you so much. All right. We'll get Coach Zimmerman up. And, again, South Haven, get a shot of that, Isaiah. Chanting their team, giving happy birthday to one of their players there. And for the first time in franchise history, the South Haven Christian School Patriots are headed to the MTAC Championship. We'll see if we can get Zimmerman on camera here before our camera dies. Just hugging his family there, of course, and every bit of enjoyment. We'll let it be private over here. Coach Zimmerman, one of the assistant coaches, of course, doing stuff. Hey, Zimmerman, it's okay. Hug your family first. Zimmerman coming with his baby child. Zimmerman, I've just said it multiple times, but for the first time in franchise history, the South Haven Christian School Patriots are headed to the MTAC Championship. How good does it feel?
Oh, it's been unbelievable. We've been talking about all along that we knew we were better than what we were playing, and just the goal was just to improve and improve and improve. And we've seen this in the last 2 playoff games. We got a ton better from even the last game we played against Lighthouse. So the guys are buying in, and as long as we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, we've been making great plays.
And the last scoring update we got from the North and White House Christian community was leading 28-14 in the third quarter over FCA. So regardless of which franchise you face off in the championship, you could have a battle for the North, as you guys had several weeks ago, for that sort of #1 slot in the North, or you could face Franklin Christian Academy, sort of the underdogs who have been in the mix here. So regardless of which team you face in the championship, what are you telling your guys going forward?
Well, we're telling them right now, and I believe it with all my heart, that we're the best team out there. We played CCS, and we did just some dumb things, some big mistakes and things like that. Some of the onside kick returns that they returned. We feel like we fixed a lot, and we feel like as long as we don't hurt ourselves out there, that we're the best team out here.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations. We're looking forward to seeing you in the championship. All right, that'll wrap it up here from Bell Buckle, Tennessee. Go watch the semi between Christian Community and Franklin Christian. That's still going on right now. James and Trent are on the call. For Isaiah Austin, as well as on behalf of Trent Legate and James Shannon, I'm Spencer Thompson. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's broadcast. We hope to see you next week for the consolation and the championship. But for now, tune into the semi, the final moments of Christian Community battling out against Franklin Christian. Good night, everyone.